And I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard rumors that Kmart now has a brain surgeon on their payroll. I mean, it's kind of obvious those cashiers got their lobotomy somewhere. You ever heard somebody say this? I think I'll make a quick stop here at Kmart. Not likely, no. Takes you 30 seconds to find what you want and the rest of your life to get through checkout. Now, let me illustrate this for you very quickly. It's Saturday morning, you're off work, you're cleaning the apartment. You need one can of Comet for the bathroom, that's all you need. You run over to Kmart, you know you won't be in there long, so you park where it says no parking. You leave the motor running. You dummy. But sure enough, once you get in the store, it only takes you about 30 seconds to find what you want. You got your hand on this can of Comet. And you're so happy. You're almost bubbly. Store's not crowded. Matter of fact, you're the only one there. Now you get out there to pay for it. It's just you, one can of Comet, and the Kmart cashier. And you know what she's like. Sir, these are 2 for $1. And you just got one. Well, of course she's stumped. What a math problem. Customer assistance, register 1. So everybody's out on the front porch, and the phone would ring. And back in those days, the phone would have to ring 20 times before anybody ever bothered to pick it up. Things sure have changed in this country, haven't they? This whole country now has gone phone crazy. We're phone fanatics. We're afraid to get further than 2 feet from a phone. Gotta have that damn phone. If it rings one time, the whole house goes into a panic. Get the phone! Get the damn phone! And we got all this newfangled BS. Call forwarding so the caller can just chase us all over town. Got call waiting, got caller ID. Got to know who's on the line before we pick it up. Hell, we can't take no chances. It might be the CIA. We got speed dial, read dial, got memory dial. Got everybody programmed in there just so we can hit one button. We ain't got time no more to hit 7 buttons. No, we're in a hurry. We might miss Wheel of Fortune. Everybody got a portable phone with an antenna, so we can talk on the deck. Got to talk on the deck. We got cellular phones, car phones, voicemail, Skypage. The whole world's got a beeper. You'll see them every night up in the lobby going, where's your payphone? Where's your payphone? I got beeped. I'm going, damn. Take a night off. They'll call back. But here's the way it once was. Remember back, think back now. Everybody's on the front porch and your mother goes, shh, shh, shh. Is that the phone? And Daddy would go, well, hell, something's ringing. Mom would go, I bet you it's that phone. And Daddy would say, it probably is. And your mother would say, if I knew it was going to be ringing like that, I'd never had it put in. And Daddy would say, I told you, honey, once we had it put in, it'd be ringing. And then she'd say, don't you start telling me what you told me. He said, well, I'll get it. He said, no, honey, you worked all day. Sit right there, I'll get the phone. He said, well, I don't mind getting it. She said, did I say you minded getting it? He'd say, well, I don't guess it matters which one of us answers the phone. And she'd say, well, do you want to get it? And finally one of them would say, wonder who it could be. So eventually, your mother answers the phone. And when she hung up, she would go, Lord, have mercy. And any time your mama said, Lord, have mercy, only one of two things could have happened. Somebody died, or the neighbor's dog pissed in her azaleas.
No, this is true. Now we respond to every tragedy in life with food. Could be a law, I don't know. A covered dish. We'll knock on somebody's front door and go, sorry to hear about your son-in-law. Here's some baked beans. We would come in for a minute, but Walmart closes at 12. And if I'm going to that funeral, I need me something real nice to wear. You know, I'll tell you something else about us Baptists. And I'm just assuming y'all are Baptists. Well, look, I'll prove it to you. I want you to applaud if you are Catholic. If you're Catholic, applaud. See? Not many. Well, we're glad to have you with us. And tell the Pope I said, hey. I know he's been in town this whole week, but I had to work.
When I hit that stage, I never mentioned anything related to current events. I don't mention COVID-19. I don't mention anything about it at all. You know, because my idea is, and my opinion is, the people are willing to show up to see a show, to enjoy themselves. So they hear the news 24 hours a day. So when they get to that auditorium or that civic center or that theater, I don't think they want to hear more information about what was on the news. I think they want to get away from the news for a while. So I just don't mention those subjects on stage.
You know, I have to say, I agree with you. I didn't think I would get there because I do think that the future of our country is extremely important. And I do think that when a virus is out of control and destroying the economy, people's way to make a living, and ultimately people's lives, even if they survive it, how sick that a lot of people are getting, I know those things are important. But I have to say, James, to your greater point, I have gotten to the point where I don't sit down and say I got to be updated, I got to consume more of it. I really need less of it.
That's the way I feel. That's exactly the way I feel. You know, when I get up in the morning, I check the news for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then late at night, I check the news for another 10 to 15 minutes. But during the day, I've got other things I could be doing. I'm not consumed to cable news, all the news, because they just repeating the same thing 24 hours a day.
Yeah. We could use an update on some of these stories. I mean,
that used to be what we went to our sports for, to get away from things, and now it's become political too. So it's James. I agree. Right. We just need a break, and and you've got so many good stories that are proven over the years. What a pleasure it must be to get out and just have a good laugh with you.
And I think before I get started here, I'll just give you an update on some kin folks. Some of you know about this already. We all love our kin folks, but we have one or two we don't want to see too often. I got a cousin that way. I see him every 2 or 3 months. We have lunch, catch up on times, He's always bragging about something. In the past year or so, he's been bragging about getting a brand new 6-quart crock pot. He don't have it yet. He put it on layaway. He goes on and on and on about that damn crock pot. He'll ask me, he says, he'll tell me about a crock pot like I don't know about it. He says, here's what you can do with a crock pot. You can put a dead chicken. He could have just said chicken. You can put a dead chicken in a crock pot early in the morning, turn it on low, and when you get home from work in the evening, it'll be ready to eat. Ain't that something? I said, yeah, but you don't work. I said, hell, you're there all damn day. He goes, well, I'm just saying, For as long as I can remember, he's never had a full-time regular job, He don't know how to fill out a job application. Where it says nearest relative, he'll put 12 miles. In case of emergency call, he'll write in like 911. See, he gets that attitude. His whole family is crazy. Have you folks ever been around people who will talk back to the television? Ah, damn. His dad, my uncle, God rest his soul, would do that. Remember back in the 80s, there's a popular TV show called Knight Rider, the talking car. That was my uncle's favorite show. The minute that show started, he'd go, I'll bet you a dime to a donut that somebody else is doing that voice. I'm like, oh, you reckon? Our Miss Piggy would come on the TV screen. He'd go, I bet you that's not a real pig. A real pig wouldn't wear a dress like that. And I will tell you this, and I'll move on. This may not be funny, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My cousin, he loves jalapeno peppers. And so do I love hot peppers. But he calls it jalapeno pepper. He'll say to a waitress, do y'all have jalapeno? You mean jalapeno? No, damn it, jalapeno. That's right. He will point to that jar of pepper. He says, see right there? That's a J. That's jalapeno. And I made the mistake of trying to explain that to him. I said, I know it's a J, but it's pronounced with an H. It's like the word Jose. The word Jose is Jose, but it's pronounced with an H. He goes, that don't make no damn sense. If that made sense, then Jello would be hello. It's just like it just gives you a damn headache.
But he gets all that from his father. This was years ago. We've all been told, this is common knowledge, that 75% of all fatal car accidents usually occur within a 20-mile radius of where we live. When he heard that, he moved. He said, that ain't gonna happen to me.
Oh my, see, you got to learn to have a good time every day. No matter how much money you're making, what kind of job you got, what kind of house you live in, we all have a day that comes along where on that day, we feel kind of sorry for ourselves, like everybody around us has got a better life than us. They're making more money, they got a better house, and we're just tired of Chattanooga, tired of where we live, we're just bored, like the world's going by and leaving us behind. On a day like that, you need some excitement in your life, a spark to your day. You listen to what I'm telling you, I wouldn't lead you wrong. You try this sometime. It is against the law to go through a red light. It is not against the law to stop on green. I do that every once in a while. Oh, it's chaos. See, they didn't think anybody would ever do it. There's no law on the books. The policeman's going to pull you over and he's going to say, hey, you stopped on green. And you can say, yeah, I know it. Have a good day. You ever heard somebody say this? I'm out of work, I don't have any money, I can't go anywhere, but I still like to see other people have a good time. Liars, liars, liars. I'm going to be honest with you, if I'm miserable, I'm going to mess up somebody's life. Here's what you can do. If you're not working, all you're doing is watching television. So anytime, Monday through Friday, right at lunchtime, when McDonald's is the busiest, go through their drive-in window, order a bunch of stuff, then pretend your car won't start. Just sit there and block the window. Sometimes you'll have cars lined up a half mile, and every one of them's got to be back to work in 30 minutes, except you. And you ain't got diddly squat today. Just get out and sit on the hood. Wave at them. You can talk to them if you want to. You can say things like, how long y'all get for lunch? And I know, being average Americans, every day of your life this thought goes through your mind at least once. Some mornings when you wake up, it's the first thought on your mind. And that is, wonder why anybody wants to be on Family Feud. Well, here's what I think. I keep visualizing some family out around Nebraska or Iowa, sitting around the dinner table one evening. The husband says, honey, you know what? They ought to be a way that we can let this whole country know our family's illiterate. Now, wait a minute. I know everybody here in Des Moines knows it already. I mean, coast to coast, just let them know we don't have a lick of thing. You know? So you end up watching them on the show. The lady introduces everybody. Now, Richard, I'd like for you to meet our handsome son, Eric. And that makes you sit up straight because you can see Eric's ugly. Eric's a senior at UCLA. He'll be graduating this year. And you're thinking Eric's going to do all right on this show. He's going to college. Now, later on in the program, it's Eric's turn to answer. And we all know what tough questions they have on Family Feud. Now, see, once again, in Mississippi, that line won't work. Down there, when I say, you know what tough questions they have on Family Feud, the whole audience is going, oh, yeah, boy. Anyway, the question for Eric is, name one of the states that begins with the letter K. And of course, Eric is stumped on this. But just before the buzzer sounds, he says Connecticut. Am I upset with Eric? No. It's that family of his. Good answer. Good answer. And they paid for his education. Like, yeah, that's good, Eric. See, I don't want to sound like a snob, but if I'm going to watch TV, it's going to be something cultured and educational, like People's Court. Laugh if you want to, but I'm going to tell you something. If my neighbor's cat ever pees on my rug and she won't pay to have it cleaned, I may go see Judge Wapner myself. Yeah. You know what I like about that show? Halfway through the show, they pause long enough to tell me and you, they say these people are not professional actors. Had me fooled for so long. Of course, one good thing about television, the commercials are getting honest. There's one on now that tells the truth. You've heard it. It's not a car, it's a Volkswagen. Well, it's about time they fessed up on that. And then, of course, they still got the stupid ones, like the one for X-Lax. We're talking about a laxative now. In the commercial, you've got this grown woman talking to her grown daughter. They refer to X-Lax as their family's best friend. Wonder where they go for Christmas dinner, huh? The next time that commercial is on, you listen carefully to what the man says. Now, he's talking about a laxative. He says, and I quote, "It works while you sleep." I don't want that. No, I want to be up and awake. Ready to go. When I first heard that, I said to myself, I said, what a laundry bill. You know.
This is going to remind you of somebody you know. If they're no longer with you, it'll bring back good memories to you. Maybe your favorite aunt, your grandmother. You're the ones that you saw. Well, if you didn't see them on Sunday, you'd see them on special occasions. You know, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, somebody's birthday. The big, wide, fat, overweight relative. The one we love so much. Get up from the supper table. First of all, though, everybody else is already up from the table. They're in the living room. She's still in the kitchen. And she would just yell to the next room. "I'll be there in a minute. I'm just going to get a biscuit and sop this up." That could be what's wrong with the country. A whole generation of Americans who've never heard the expression, "sop it up." And then she come into the living room and flop down in the nearest chair, the first chair she came to. And to a little kid, it always looked like it was in slow motion. Because we always thought for sure the chair was going to break. She'd come in, she'd be like, "Oh, Lord. I ate more than I planned to." I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to go on some kind of a diet. Well, no, I can't tomorrow. Hell, we're going to Cracker Barrel tomorrow. I don't know why meatloaf lays on my chest. Seems like it's right there, won't go no further. Oh, I wish now I brought my gas pills. I didn't know you put onion in your meatloaf. Lord knows I can't eat cooked onions. Oh. You know, I could have a hiatal hernia. If I knew my insurance would pay for it, I'd get me an MRI. Because sometimes the x-ray don't show everything on fat people. If y'all wait a few minutes, I'd help with those dishes.
And how often have you heard this? The very moment your friends find out you're afraid to fly, they will kill you with logic. They'll go, you know, more people die in car wrecks than they do plane crashes. I go, so? That's the way I want to go. Damn car wreck. Where I'm from, it's kind of like a tradition. Really, we don't have heart attacks in my family. We just hit damn trees. Usually on the weekend. Just out drinking. Well, see, folks, think about this. At least if you die in a car wreck, it'll give the kin people something to talk about at the funeral home. Have you ever noticed that? When someone passes away the result of an auto accident, at the funeral home, they won't talk about the dead guy. They'll talk about the damn car. They go, did you see the car he was driving? You ain't seen it. Why, it smashed all to hell. They still ain't found the steering wheel. Well, you can't even tell what kind of car that is. Well, I know what kind it is. I'm one that had to co-sign for the damn thing. I mean, I know he's dead and gone. I ain't gonna stand out here and talk about him, but he never did have no credit. Everything he had was a co-signer. And don't let this go no further. But his house wasn't even in his name. Hell no, his daddy bought that damn house. And besides that, folks, at least if you die in a car wreck, they can always retrieve the body. And we need that, because I'm Baptist. You give us something to embalm and some tater salad, we can have a funeral. This ashes in an urn ain't for us. Oh, hell no, we're going to throw dirt on somebody.
Let me tell you what my definition of an intellectual is. It's people just like me and you, except they believe there's life on other planets. Even if they don't believe it, they act like they do. See, people with common sense like you and I, we know there's no life on other planets. It's just us. If there was life on other planets, we'd have sent them some foreign aid by now. And see, I'll get back to what I was talking about, but let me take a detour here. And I know there's a lot of you in the room right now who believe, you genuinely believe that there's a life form out there more intelligent than us. Because if you believe in UFOs, that's what you believe. Because a lot of people believe in that we've been visited by UFOs. They hang around for a day or two and go back. I mean, come on now. We've been tracking them since 1947. Don't you find it odd that these super intelligent beings have the technology to go tens of millions of miles from wherever they're at down here to visit us, hang out for a few days, go back, never refuel or nothing, and nobody notices them? Now let's just look at it practically. Let's say that there is life on other planets. Right? And they've promised their kids a trip. It's a long weekend coming up. Oh, let's say Labor Day. And they say, hell, we'll go to Earth. And they're out in the driveway loading up the spaceship with the stuff they'll need. Bucket of chicken, tater salad, fuzzbuster. Well, you know they're going to be speeding. And the dad says to all the kids, all right, kids, if y'all got to pee, you better pee now. I'm not stopping every planet we come to. And they take off and they come all this way. Don't you think just once, since 1947, just once, when they have landed maybe in Orlando, seen Disney World or something? Times Square, the Grand Canyon, but no. They always land next to a hog pen in Arkansas. This is going to remind you of somebody you know. If they're no longer with you, it'll bring back good memories to you. Maybe your favorite aunt, your grandmother. You're the ones that you saw. Well, if you didn't see them on Sunday, you'd see them on special occasions. You know, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving, somebody's birthday. The big, wide, fat, overweight relative. The one we love so much. Get up from the supper table. First of all, though, everybody else is already up from the table. They're in the living room. She's still in the kitchen. And she would just yell to the next room. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just going to get a biscuit and sop this up. That could be what's wrong with the country. A whole generation of Americans who've never heard the expression, sop it up. And then she come into the living room and flop down in the nearest chair, the first chair she came to. And to a little kid, it always looked like it was in slow motion. Because we always thought for sure the chair was going to break. She'd come in, she'd be like a... Oh, Lord. I ate more than I planned to. I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to go on some kind of a diet. Well, no, I can't tomorrow. Hell, we're going to Cracker Barrel tomorrow. I don't know why meatloaf lays on my chest. Seems like it's right there. It won't go no further. Oh. Oh, I wish Nana brought my gas pills. I didn't know you put onion in your meatloaf. Lord knows I can't eat cooked onions. Oh. You, I could have a hiatal hernia. If I knew my insurance would pay for it, I'd get me an MRI. Because sometimes the x-ray don't show everything on fat people. If y'all would wait a few minutes, I'd help with those dishes. I just feel so lightheaded. I bet you my blood pressure's up. I had no business eating all that salt. Oh. But I'd just soon not have meatloaf. I can't put salt on it. Oh. I tried some of that no salt, but it just didn't taste like salt. That's probably why they call it no salt. Whew. Is it hot in here or is it just me? I swear I'm soaking wet. I hope it ain't my bladder. Oh, I'm stuck to the chair. If you go into the kitchen, cut me a piece of that cake. Just a little piece. I've cut way back on my sugar. I need to get up and walk around. I wish my feet weren't swollen. I don't know what causes that. I might be allergic to something. I hope it ain't bread. I don't believe I can eat without bread. Oh, I hope I feel better before supper. I'm good mind to change doctors. The one I'm going to now ain't doing me no good. Of course, his scales just go to 300. So really, he don't know whether I lost weight or not. Don't throw that cornbread out. I'll take that home with me. Because Lord knows I don't feel like cooking. You know, gravy runs right through me. Good night, God bless you.
There has been so much talk in recent years about all this bad shape the country's in, the violence and this, and the kids out of control, and it's just out of control. It's just, oh, Lord, what we're going to do. Well, see, I'm one of those people that don't think that's a big problem. When the American people used to eat food and had eating habits the way our parents and grandparents did, our ancestors did, we were not a weak, sniveling population. In recent years, we've become a nation of pissers, moaners, and whiners. Everybody's a wuss. Everybody's sensitive, just sensitive. That's why the kids are out of control. As long as we ate greasy fried food, a lot of grease, we was in good shape. When we switched to rotisserie, the country took a dive. There's no men left in America anymore. When we cut off the grease flow to our brain, the backbone shrunk. We got men, grown American men, going out to lunch now, walking up to the counter and saying to the guy behind the counter, "Is that rotisserie?" I believe I can have a small piece if it's rotisserie. I can eat the skin. Is it skinless? Ah, damn. We got men, grown American men, whose idea of breakfast now is a banana and a muffin. A muffin, God help us, they're eating muffin. And you wonder why the country's out of control? Ain't nobody in charge. You know this, rotisserie was only available in fast food chicken places in this country just 6, 8, 9 years ago. You know that. But it's not a new food item. They've been eating rotisserie in France for 200 years. But France is a wuss nation. That's why we always have to fight their damn wars for them.
Let me give you a little tip, too. You remember a few years ago when the tornado went downtown Nashville, Tennessee? It went right downtown. Tornadoes just don't go downtown. And to make sure that never happens where you live, here's what you need to do. On the outskirts of your city, put up a decoy trailer park. That'll be like cheese in a trailer. And hell, they just wait on it. And I tell you what, folks, at least in this part of the country, the Midwest, the Southeast, see, we have to deal with the very worst Mother Nature can throw at the human race. See, on the West Coast, California, they don't have tornadoes, and they don't have hurricanes. That's just on this coast. Tornadoes occur in the Midwest, the Southeast. New England, like Vermont, Rhode Island, they don't have tornadoes. You've heard the expression, it's biblical, and your mother has said it, you've heard it. God never gives us more, or puts more on us than we can handle. That's how come he sends that stuff to us. He would never send a tornado to damn California. Hell, they just couldn't deal with it. That's why all they get out there is what I call silly weather, limp-wristed weather. Like mud's like mud, mud, it's damn mud. Where else in America would mud be a natural disaster? Down here, we put big wheels on something and get out and play it. I thought they'd run from it like, here come the mud. You know?
Think about this. You go into a grocery store, you buy a lemon pie, bag of lemon candy. You read the label, it'll say made with artificial flavoring or made with imitation lemon. Now you go to the other side of the store to get some furniture polish, they got lemon pledge. On the can, it says made with real lemon. That bothers me. We're eating the artificial junk and we're spraying the good stuff on the coffee table. I'll tell you all what's wrong with America today. Giant cookies. That's right, them big cookies. You get them over at the mall. You got one cookie, size of a hubcap, cost $8. That ain't right. Remember until a few years ago, a cookie was like yay big. Get a whole bag of them for $1. I remember as a little kid getting ready for school, my mother would say, Junior, that was me, you want a cookie in your lunch? I said, yeah, that'd be good. Now mother says to her child, son, you want to take a cookie to school with you? Well, yeah, if I can get somebody to help me carry it. See, there's a lot of things out there that don't make sense these days. Every store you go into, they got these little machines. You put a quarter in there, get your pulse, your heart rate checked. You know what I'm talking about. It bothers me that you can get your heart checked at Pizza Hut. Does this make any sense? I can't see a guy going into Pizza Hut, saying, yeah, this order's to go. Give me a large Super Supreme, double cheese. I love cholesterol. Give me a lot of jalapeno peppers. I want to remember this pizza till next week. I'll have a pitcher of beer while I'm waiting. And what the heck, I might as well get my heart checked while I'm here. And listen, think about this. Department stores are practicing medicine for almost 20 years. We think it's all right. Let's say you go over to Sears and Roebuck just to look around. And by the way, if you notice, that's what we all do at Sears now. Nobody buys anything over there. Well, you're off this afternoon. What you gonna do? Well, I'll tell you. I think I'll go over to Sears and look around. All right. You're over at Sears. You're in the lower level, the basement. That's the hardware department. All you're doing is checking out what's new with Black & Decker. You ain't gonna buy nothing, you're just looking. Now you get ready to leave. You go around the lawnmowers. Well, let me interrupt this a minute. Lawnmowers. On every lawnmower you've ever seen, not a sticker, not a label, embedded, molded into steel so you can't ever erase it. It says, keep hands and feet away from blade. You know what that means? Sometime in the past, some nut has said to his wife, honey, come here, let's trim them toenails of yours. I think one of you got me on this subject. My father passed away a few months ago, 76 years old. Every time somebody that age passes on, I bet you think this too sometime, I do. I start to think whether we will ever see the likes of that generation again. And I sure do have my doubts. That generation of Americans, even though they were most uneducated of any of us, they had the most honor and dignity and self-respect and integrity and a thumbnail than the rest of the Americans got now in the whole damn body. See, you, You try to picture in your mind your mom and daddy, or your grandmother or grandfather, and do you think how unheard of it would be for them to actually sit in the living room hoping that some local or federal official will help them take the gun away from their boy? Oh, God. They'd have smacked some kid. They'd have half killed him himself. Now, I know it seems old-fashioned, but, you have to be reminded that generation of Americans didn't raise crack addicts and drive-by shooters. They raised damn kids. So, now, we got all these new words now that ain't working. Therapy, counseling. Yeah, my daddy took me to counseling, all right. How about this? Bonding. Ain't that a new word? Bonded. It works like this. You're 35, your dad is 60. Have you bonded? Have you bonded? My father and I never bonded. We've posted bond for each other. I tell you what, you pay close attention and see if this right here for most of you out there tonight, see if this don't bring back some precious, fond childhood memories to you about your mother and that covered dish. You think back a long time ago now when you was like, oh, just yay big. It'd be late in the evening, early night time. Everybody's out on the front porch after supper, about half asleep. Pot roast to do that to you. Remember, that was the good old days in America where a mother forced the kids to overeat. Made them eat. All right, y'all don't eat all that pot roast. I ain't going to make another one. Well, hell. Do you remember this? Remember as a little kid, we'd all be sitting on the doorsteps, the kid would. All the grown folks could spend an hour discussing among themselves the last time it came a good rain. To a small kid, that never made no sense. But we couldn't say nothing back in those days. You couldn't back talk your folks. But they'd be sitting on the front porch, somebody would go, boy, we sure could use a good rain. Hell, it ain't rained real good since that last Friday in May. Somebody's going, no, hell, it's rained since then. No, I'll tell you how I know. They're Friday before Memorial Day. Memorial Day is last Monday in May. Friday before that, my car broke down on I-20. Had to walk 3 miles to the payphone. I got soaked. Last damn Friday in May. So I said, no, I'll tell you what. It rained the second Saturday in June. Reason you don't know, you was in jail that weekend. Then he said, well, that wasn't my fault. If y'all got a bondsman, I could have got out there on Friday. Then somebody else will say, well, anyway, we need rain. Well, yeah, I didn't say we didn't need no rain. And in our little hearts as children, we were sitting on the doorstep thinking to ourselves, who gives a rat's ass when it rains?
Your humor plays right into that, talking about one of the great American pastimes, and that is family and friends just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And
We don't have enough of that anymore, I don't think.
Socialize.
Yeah.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
Eating.
I mean, you don't have to be real old. You can be in your 20s or early 30s, and you're still old enough to remember when people could actually sit around and talk without a cell phone glued to the ear.
And it's very hard
cell
to
phones
tell.
are kind of new in society, basically about a decade, really.
Yeah.
So
Well, it dawned on me. I was talking with a friend of mine this past weekend, and we were headed outdoors to go hang out. And he was talking about something happened sometime, and he was just in college, and he's in his early 40s. Right. And he said, and they had to try to find me. They just called the phone of a friend's where I was over at his house because we didn't have cell phones. And I thought, wow.
That's odd. They're you know. So so I don't tolerate that much. In other words, like you see them in restaurants. Mm-hmm. People go out as a family to eat. There's 5 members of a family sitting there, 4 of them on the cell phone talking during dinner. You see people eating with one hand, talking with the other, and I'm thinking, what phone call could be that important? What's really that important?
Right. Yeah. And that mamas have changed because my mama wouldn't tolerate a hat.
Not us either.
Singing. I don't know where that one came from. I said, now who declared we can't sing? In some reason, there was some rule. Did you have that in your family?
Oh, yeah.
No,
you don't sing at the table.
You go to the table to eat and you talk.
Because you have to open your mouth.
I can remember being at the supper table and the phone ringing. Of course, you don't have to get up to answer it. My dad wouldn't let us.
Yeah, we do that now.
Yeah.
What do you do? What would he do?
Just give us that look. Remember, there's no voicemail then, no answer machines. Yeah.
No caller ID.
Yeah, hell, they'll call back. And now you see people where but really, that's what
Yeah.
What's wrong with
that? But you know what?
That's the way I still am, Like, my cell phone's in the car. I never take my cell phone. I don't take my cell phone in buildings.
I text one time in front of James.
I would never take my
bad.
Yeah.
Texting, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, he threw it right in the potatoes.
I have a very cool, hard stance on texting.
Right.
Every time I read in the paper, hear on the news where these single car accidents, where they were texting, ran off the road, hit a tree, and died. I'm so glad they're dead.
James!
I am.
James Gregory. Can I say we're off to a blistering pace today?
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
You're saying only single car accidents.
Because sometimes, you cross the median to hit an innocent person.
Yeah, and you're not for that.
No, but see, I'll tell you why I'm glad they're gone. They're out of my way, for one thing. Number 2 is, if these idiots who text and drive.
I don't know why anybody would do that.
If they do that on a regular basis, tomorrow they could cross the line and hit my sister.
Yeah.
Tomorrow they could cross the line and hit my nephew and niece or the people I love.
I agree.
So if they go ahead and die today, I'm okay with that.
But that's the reason why I've never understood why we're having to have a law about people texting and driving. How can there be people that think they should text and drive?
Well, they're just idiots. See, that's one thing you can't legislate.
Bubba, let me tell you what my definition of an intellectual is. It's people just like me and you, except they believe there's life on other planets. Even if they don't believe it, they act like they do. See, people with common sense like you and I, we know there's no life on other planets. It's just us. If there was life on other planets, we'd have sent them some foreign aid by now. And see, I'll get back to what I was talking about. Let me take a detour here. And I know there's a lot of you in the room right now who you genuinely believe that there's a life form out there more intelligent than us. Because if you believe in UFOs, that's what you believe. Because a lot of people believe in that we've been visited by UFOs. They hang around for a day or two and go back. I mean, come on now. We've been tracking them since 1947. Don't you find it odd that these super intelligent beings have the technology to go tens of millions of miles from wherever they're at down here to visit us? Hang out for a few days, go back, never refuel or nothing. And nobody notices them. Now let's just look at that practically. Let's say that there is life on other planets. Right? And they've promised their kids a trip. It's a long weekend coming up. Oh, let's say Labor Day. And they say, hell, we'll go to Earth. And they're out in the driveway loading up the spaceship with the stuff they'll need. Bucket of chicken, tater salad, Fuzzbuster. Well, you know they're going to be speeding. And the dad says to all the kids, all right, kids, if y'all got to pee, you better pee now. I'm not stopping every planet we come to. And they take off and they come all this way. Don't you think just once, since 1947, just once, wouldn't they have landed maybe in Orlando, seen Disney World or something? Times Square, the Grand Canyon, but no. They always land next to a hog pen in Arkansas.
It was only 12 years ago that they officially categorized obesity as a disease. It's official. Obesity is a disease. Fat people can't help it. It's just like polio. Maybe someday they'll find a cure. Nobody in this room really believes that obesity is a disease. I mean, come on. Where do you folks think I caught this? Got too close to a fat person. They sneezed, now I got it. And real big people are always short-winded. And they should be. See, I'm short-winded. I'm probably more short-winded than anybody in here tonight. What do you weigh right here? What do you weigh? What do you weigh? 150. You're saying 150? A grown man. Are you? Are you sick? You know that. What's your name? What's your first name? Huh? R-O-D. Rod. R-O-D. Are you retired or working? You're working. What kind of work you do? I know there's no heavy lifting. I know that. What kind of work you do? A surgeon. A surgeon? Are you a doctor? Well, I bet here's a good line you can use with your fat patients. Have you tried this, Rod? Try this. Look, you need to tell them. Matter of fact, they'll get a kick out of it. Say, look, honey, let me put it this way. You need to lose what I weigh. And see what I'm saying? That might. And look, and don't misunderstand that. If you listen carefully, I never make fun of anyone for being overweight. That's part of my heritage. My whole family can carry their own shade with them.